Hi, Zai here, and I've reviewed over 50 gaming mice. This channel is over a year old now, and it's getting more serious. The problem being, my current computer isn't capable of running the new games in high detail while recording them. Corsair suggested that I build a new PC, and with the help from friends at MWAVE and support from Corsair, MSI and Western Digital, we put together my official build, which will be great for gaming and video editing. What does this mean for everyone watching my videos? You get to see the games being played in high quality, and I should be able to start streaming soon. I'm hoping this is going to help me take the next step forward. That's it really. And of course, the usual promotion. So you're going to see me talking about the build in videos and on my website. What you're watching now is gameplay recorded with my old PC. I'll show you the new one at the end. In this video, I'll try to explain why I chose the parts that I did, and also show the build stages. Before we get to that though, a big thank you to the companies that provided the parts. Love you all. So thank you to Corsair, MSI, Western Digital, and MWAVE. You've all been amazing. MWAVE is an Australian online tech retailer, so this build is going to be available for purchase through them. Fully built, ready to go. Check the description for the links, and also the benchmark testing and full review. There's a lot to go through, so I'll try to keep it short. Let's begin. The case is the Corsair 400C. I wanted something that's fairly popular, shows off the internals, and has enough space for a big graphics card and cooler. Love that it's fairly compact and has a simplistic look. And it has some interesting ways of keeping good airflow too. The power supply is the Corsair RM650x. I'm not going for SLI here, so the 650 is more than enough for my setup. Keeping in mind that the latest components draw less power, even though they're more powerful. It's easy to install once the covers are taken out, and it comes with full black cables. And of course, it's modular. For the motherboard, I chose the MSI Z170A. It's the Gaming Pro Carbon 1151. It has a lot of features, including Intel Gigabit LAN, and decent audio chipset, so I'll be testing that in the review, and the color scheme can be customized on the board. I wanted a drive for storage for recording my gameplay, so I contacted Western Digital, asking for something basic like a 2TB blue, but they upgraded me to a 2TB black. I'd never turned down extra speed, so of course I accepted. And it's an easy installation, just clip in and then slide in. I wanted to run my games off an SSD, so I went for the new Corsair 480GB Neutron XTI, which reads and writes at over 540 megasecond. Easy installation, again just slide in. I had it the wrong way to film this part though, ignore that. Next, I was going to go for an i5, but MWAVE suggested that I upgrade to an i7, as I will be editing videos and gaming in 1080p. The 6700K has plenty of processing power, multi-cores, and because it's unlocked, I can try to overclock it someday. For cooling, the Corsair H80i V2. This is in the middle, not too big, not too small, and should allow me to keep the CPU cool, even when overclocked. The installation is simple enough, just mount the correct backplate, and they recommend to keep the pipes going down from the radiator, but I couldn't bend them too easily, so I went up. Seems to work well enough, and it looks great in the case. Memory, I chose the Corsair Vengeance LED, 16GB at 2666 MHz. It's the right speed for gaming and editing, plus the white LED should work well with whatever colors I use in the case. And now the graphics card. The awesome MSI GeForce 1070 Gaming X 8GB version. Obviously, a 1080 would have been even more of a beast, but as you'll see later, this is more than enough for what I'm doing. The card is huge, so thankfully Corsair gave us some room to work with, even with the cooler and the fan at the front. The Corsair ML140 Pro LED is a magnetic levitation fan. It will provide cooling, light, and do it quietly. This is the new technology, so of course I wanted to test one out. I'll tell you my experience with it in another video. Now here's a look at the cable management. As you can see, I don't use the ties, just in case I want to move things around. I figure these standard ties are good enough, and this is what it all looks like while running. I have to say, this is by far the coolest PC that I've ever owned, so I'm pretty excited. And more importantly, here's how Doom looks. Old PC on the left, new PC on the right. I can get similar frame rates, but now everything is on ultra instead of lowest settings. I might play on lower settings just to make absolutely sure I get full frames, because we all know graphics take a backseat to frame rate when it comes to playing seriously. Still, I'm confident that this PC can handle recording games at high detail while I play hard. Again, big thank you to Corsair, MSI, Western Digital, and MWAVE for making this a reality. Couldn't be happier right now, unless it had a 1080. Just kidding, it's awesome as it is. I can't wait to try this out while streaming and recording review gameplay. Hope you enjoyed the introduction to my new PC. If you want to buy one, as said, you can find it on MWAVE. That's it for this video. Stay tuned for benchmarks and reviews, and as always, like this one, and I'll catch you in the next.